Welcome back. Thank you for staying with us. A Leclerc minibus driver gives the harrowing details surrounding an incident on Wednesday where a fellow bus driver was brutally attacked by an unknown assailant. Winston Williams says the violence was uncalled for and that the incident is an indicator of a sad state of the nation. Rochelle Gonzalez tells us more.
A minibus driver who risked his life to bring calm to a possibly deadly situation is reflecting on the incident, which has since gone viral. Winston Williams spoke to Hot 7 News about the Wednesday afternoon altercation involving a fellow Leclerc minibus driver, Gabriel Gabs Alexander, and an unknown male who was seen brutally attacking Alexander. The incident was caught on camera, and Williams was seen trying to ease the tensions to no avail. On Thursday, he gave his account of the altercation.
Around 12:45, I was heading up to Leclerc, and while I stopped by the church trying to pick up some people, I could have seen that a bus stopped by the Vidbutei Club, and then a guy pulled up in front of him and the next guy punching in the driver. So whilst I seen him from by the church, like he's saying about a whole 100 punch at the guy. So I drove down and tried to stop and go and try and separate. And the guy ended up turning on me and giving me some real hard punches, and that guy wanted to chop me because you could hear him saying, well boy, give him the cutlass. You understand? So he want a cutlass, as though if the guy had given the cutlass, he would chop me. I called the driver, I went and see him last night, and he said, well, the guy punching him had nothing really to do with the case. Because he said, well, the car was trying to swing by Marketing, but right where I am parking there. But he could not make it one time. So he was on the side, and then the car reversed. But when the car reversed, he touched him. But that's a little thing. So the guy said that he that knocked him. And then they had that little, argument concerning who knocked who.
Williams said the situation escalated when the assailant was accompanied by two accomplices who then egged him on and led to the aggressor following the minibus driver to another point in Leclerc, blocking his path, and the rest is history. He said whilst only one of the three men was the aggressor, his two accomplices stood by, cutlass in hand and ready to intervene if the opportunity arose. This, however, did not deter Williams from trying to help his friend.
I know the guy driving Leclerc, the guy is my friend. So if I wanted to go and bounce him, but I don't know what's going on. All I seen is the guy punching him. So I'm just stepping in to say, well, okay, look guys, let me just, calm that down and fix that up another way. But he now turned like as well, boy, and I go so nicely and try and push him on the side to just finish it out, and then he just like as well lies in next fight. You understand? The man give me a one hard punch on my cheek. I had to go to the hospital because I had swollen a little bit. You understand? So I am saying that all that not called for. So what if it was a big accident? So what if was somebody bongs them? What if they bong somebody else and the person demand money from them? You feel they would have liked somebody to try and chop them for they not paying at the time?
During a Thursday morning press conference with the Commissioner of Police, Severin Monchery, the COP called on St. Lucians to practice anger management. Echoing his sentiments, Williams said Wednesday's incident is a sad reflection of St. Lucian society today.
All of this is just about, lawlessness, as though, well, we just come and we don't believe in police. As you see what happened in the carnival. We don't believe in police, we don't believe in judges, we don't believe in no discipline. So we just want to do our thing. So with our own police, with our own judge, we do everything by ourselves. So whatever decision you take to chop him, that is the decision. But you don't want to go to court with it. You don't want police involved. But you don't want it to happen to you. But that is the kind of action you will take against other people. But if he had bonged somebody, he would not want the person to come and make him pay at the time and say the case, okay, I bongs you, it's $5,000, I want it now. And if you can't get to me now, I'll start to punch you and take my cutlass or take my gun and shoot you. You think he would have liked that?
According to Williams, the minibus driver was left with bloodshot eyes and lacerations around his eye sockets. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Rochelle Gonzalez.
Meanwhile, St. Lucians are being called upon to practice both national pride and anger management following the Wednesday afternoon attack on the minibus driver. During a Thursday morning press conference, the heads of the RSLPF said the actions witnessed in the video paint a bleak picture of society today.
The head of the Royal St. Lucia Police Force has expressed deep concerns about the mindsets of St. Lucians following a viral video which shows the attack of a Leclerc minibus driver. Police Commissioner Severin Mosheri told members of the press on Thursday morning that the main issue coming out of the Wednesday afternoon incident goes deeper than what was shown in the video. Mosheri said although he had not been fully briefed on the incident, as he resumed his duties on Wednesday from sick leave, he said he is aware of the situation. He said the action taken by the assailants in the video is a very troubling indication that anger mismanagement is rife in St. Lucia.
Earlier you asked a question and you stated in relation to the Cicero matter that it showed that the public did not have respect for the police. I think it is more than that. I think it is St. Lucians are now displaying that we do not know how to resolve our problems. We do not know how to coexist with each other. If there is an accident and you believe that someone is wrong in the accident, that does not give you the right to attack that person. You make a report, the police will investigate the matter, and then if the person is wrong, then if the person has to compensate you, if the person has to be charged, that will happen. So in view of that, I call on St. Lucian, let us try to manage our anger, control our temper, and at all times change our attitude as it relates to the way we behave.
Mosheri said this sort of behavior only serves to stain the good name of St. Lucia. He suggested that St. Lucians take a page out of the books of other countries and have some national pride.
Taking the law into your own hand will take you nowhere. It can only make matters worse. And when we keep recording these things, and I can tell you, I receive videos from all over the Caribbean, and you hardly get these things from other countries. And there are some countries I'm not going to mention because there is national pride. We have national pride and we believe in patriotism. And if we're going to portray ourselves as being a violent society when we depend solely on tourism, that cannot augur well for St. Lucia.
The Leclerc altercation is currently being investigated by police. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Rochelle Gonzalez.
The board of the St. Lucia Tourism Authority, SLTA, has appointed Beverly Nicholson Doughty as the organization's Chief Executive Officer, CEO. Nicholson Doughty has over 3 decades of industry leadership experience, including most recently serving as Commissioner of Tourism at the U.S. Virgin Islands Department of Tourism from 2007 to 2018. She brings significant experience in marketing, sales, and strategic planning in Caribbean travel, tourism, and hospitality. According to a press statement by SLTA, her achievements include the successful development of the ports of the Virgin Islands facilities and the creation of a strategic plan for positioning the USVI as one of the top destinations for the meetings and incentives market. She was also instrumental in engineering double-digit airline capacity growth over a 10-year period. The CEO will be responsible for overall management of the St. Lucia Tourism Authority, including oversight of the development of the authority's marketing and destination services and general administration. She will be tasked to utilize and deploy resources in the best interest of the development of tourism to St. Lucia. Nicholson Doughty takes up her new role effective Monday, the 1st of July 2019. Castries Mayor Peter St. Francis continues to argue against the decriminalization of cannabis, with a high volume of crime recorded in the city circuit involving the sale or use of the drug. The mayor says the plant cannot receive his approval for personal reasons. Solange Alfred reports.
Cash crop cannabis is getting no love from Mayor of Castries, Peter St. Francis. The mayor continues to stand against the plant amidst arguments of the many benefits which the plant possesses. Francis says a personal experience with the green ganja left a sour taste in his mouth, and now very little can change his mind to support the decriminalization of marijuana.
I've said it publicly, and I'm going to say it again. I am not a supporter of legalizing marijuana, or decriminalizing marijuana. I have my own personal views about it. When I say I had a personal view, if a friend of mine in the city, when he started smoking marijuana, you know what happened? He smoked that marijuana, and he just started running. He crossed Jeremy Street. Okay? No, I'm just telling. Right? He crossed Jeremy Street without looking at it. You know what had stopped him? Bucketing board. He knocked out. So there are people who could take good things, and there are people that can't even take good things. if you consider it to be good.
With many islands in the region moving in the direction of decriminalization and the St. Lucia government holding meetings with the cannabis movement, Francis says the promise of big bucks coming to the island does nothing to sway his decision, especially when pitted against the island's declining health sector.
Yes, it's been used. I mean, we cannot even cope with the regular diseases that we have. We don't know what that's going to bring. We cannot cope with alcoholism. We can't cope with all these things that people could think and so on. We can't cope because every day you hear about the health sector, the health sector, the health sector. Now, we do not have we studied that that is in full swing when people take it regularly? They could smoke it as cigarettes. Look at what cigarettes. We have this lung cancer. We have all these things. We have all those people at this hospital. We can't cope with it. Have we studied what could happen with marijuana? Because, I mean, have we studied that? Do you know what the effect going to be? I know it's God's plan, but good things have effects too.
Meanwhile, the efforts of the city police to clamp down on crime yielded a total of 18 cases of possession of cannabis, 3 cases of cultivation of the plant, and seizure of 219 plants of cannabis valued at $16,400. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Solange Alfred.
You're watching the Hot 7 Nightly News. Stay with us. There's more news after the break.